Hello, vinyl community. It's been a while. I know I've been slacking. As many people say, I've been busy with other things in life, but it is time. It is definitely time to get back into it. And I wanted to jump right back in and get into a thread that Alan the Static Traveler started, and it's five more albums to the 1001 albums to listen to before you die. So he did this about 2 months ago, so I'm extremely late to the party. But the book he's talking about is this one. I have the 2013 edition here, and it's a really good book. It's really fun. It's full of photos, and it's not exhaustive by any means because 1001 albums isn't a ton when you consider everything that's out there, right? But it's pretty good for what it is, and it's good for cutting your teeth and trying to figure out what's out there and the whole span of what's really you have to listen to kind of music, right? So what his thread was asking was that what are five more? And what I'm going to do is something I saw that Vinyl Richie was doing, and that is to take one out and then put one in. And I've got 10 of them that I'm going to do, and they're from different years. So let's jump right into it, shall we? The first one that I'm going to talk about, and this is ordering out of my book, is number 296. And that album is the sensational Alex Harvey Band. The album's called Next, and it's from 1973. So I want to take out the sensational Alex Harvey Band, and I want to put in Betty Davis's self-titled album from 1973. I think this is essential listening. I think this is music that you must hear before you die. It is soulful. It's bluesy. She's gutsy. She was married to Miles Davis. She influenced his sound, influenced his look in the 70s. It's on that fun Just Sunshine record label. And in my mind, it is essential listening. It is something you must hear before you die. Not to say that Alex Harvey isn't a good band and that they didn't put out good albums, but I think that in my mind, that's what I would do. I would pull out Alex Harvey and insert Betty Davis. So we're going to stick on the Soul Train. We're going to stick with the ladies for the second one here. Number 318, they had 10cc sheet music, and that's from 1974. And I want to pull that one out, and I want to put in Miss Ann Peebles, I Can't Stand the Rain. Again, just lush, soulful, beautiful music. And oddly enough, as we're filming this video today, it is raining outside. So a little ironic, I guess. This one is on the High Records London label, which I've always loved. I think it looks really, really cool. But this one has her big hit on it, I Can't Stand the Rain. But the whole thing is amazing. Essential listening to me. And again, nothing against 10cc, but I think this is something that you need to hear before you die. So now we are going to jump a little ahead, a little further down the 70s track. Number 381 is John Martin, One World, from 1977. That's what's in the book. So I would pull that one out, and what I would put in its place is what I feel is essential Pink Floyd. I would choose Pink Floyd Animals, which might be my favorite album of theirs. It is distinct, it's different, it's raw, it's punky, and one of the things that I really like about this is that it's the last time, in my mind, that the band worked together really well. They were obviously on the fringe, and they were close to breaking up at this point because the tensions that were being created were unsurmountable. And the amazing thing to me, though, is I love, love, love listening to Roger Waters sing, and I love listening to Gilmour's guitar. Those two, and you have that in spades in this album. And this album goes off on different tangents, and it gets a little little crazy at times, but there is this soaring riff that David Gilmour has from the first song to the last song that ties and connects it together. And it's really beautiful. And I kind of feel like that this one gets overshadowed by Dark Side of the Moon, but I also feel like that's an essential listening for Pink Floyd and also essential listening that you need to hear before you die. So, all right, now we're going to jump into the 80s. And in my book, it was number 551, The Mekons, Fear and Whiskey from 1985. So I would pull out the Mekons and I would insert The Cure, The Head on the Door. This is another fantastic album from The Cure. Has In Between Days, 6 Different Ways, Close to Me. Again, in my mind, absolutely essential listening. This one's the promo as well. And I think that you got to hear it. You absolutely have to hear it. And it's one of those, again, if you only have a few Cure albums, this is one that you definitely want. Okay, now we're going to go to number 603. And that's the year on that one is 1987. And they have listed Napalm Death Scum, which is some pretty heavy listening, no doubt about it. And I feel like that's not absolutely essential for everyone. One I do feel that is essential for everyone that I would take out and put in its place is In Excess Kicks, which is probably their most popular, their most commercial, because it has all the hits on it, but it's also just a flawless album in my mind. You have New Sensation, you have Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Mediate, Never Tear Us Apart, Mystify, just on and on. And this was a huge banger on MTV, right? This was just tons of videos back in the day on MTV. But there was a reason. It's a fantastic album. And I think that Napalm Death might not be for everybody, but I think In Excess Kick is. So that is that's my insert. So the next one, we're going to stay in the 80s here just for a short little while. And we've got the next one is from 1988. It's Waterboys Fisherman Blues. It was number 613. And the one that I'm gonna pull that one out. I'm gonna put in its place Danzig's first self-titled album, which came out in 1988. And I'd say the first 3 Danzig albums are pretty much flawless, but this one is just a banger. It starts out amazing, and it's on that Deaf American label. This one was produced by Rick Rubin, and it is, in my mind, flawless, and it's something you need to hear before you die. And I'm actually going to go back. I went a touch out of order here. I missed one. I missed one for 1986, so we're going to go back. And that was number 576, and they had Throwing Muses' self-titled album. And the one that I would replace with Throwing Muses is Pet Shop Boys Please. So this is a phenomenal Pet Shop Boys album. You've got the big hit was West End Girls, and they also have Opportunities, Let's Make Lots of Money. But this is kind of the beginnings of the Pet Shop Boys, and just a taste of things to come from these guys. But just brilliant pop music from the UK, and in my mind, absolutely essential listening. And I kind of, honestly, I feel like most Pet Shop Boys albums are essential listening. They just have these unbelievable hooks and earworms that just get stuck in your head, and they stay there. So, all right, now we are going to jump into the early 90s. Number 687, they had Crowded House Woodface was the choice, one of the choices. And I'm going to pull out Crowded House. And yeah, we're going to go with Mariah Carey. And I just think this is her album Emotions. I think that her voice is amazing. I think that it's I think that she's been on and around fame. I mean, she's like one of the divas, right? So she's been around so much that we kind of forget about her. But this is her early beginnings, and you just see the brilliance in her voice and the things that are to come from her. And it makes sense why she got a record deal with Columbia, because she has an absolutely amazing vocal range, and it's a fantastic album, and I think it's one that everybody should hear. All right, now we're gonna go big jump. We're gonna jump out of the 90s and we're gonna go into 2002. Number 945, they have Miss Dynamite, A Little Deeper. I'm pulling out Miss Dynamite, and I'm putting in the first album from Audioslave with Mr. Chris Cornell at the helm. Just amazing voice. And this was a super group, obviously, with members of Soundgarden and Rage Against the Machine. And this one's got Cochise, Show Me How to Live. And this was pretty big with the videos back in the day too, but just a raw, emotional, hard-hitting hard rock album. And I think it is something that everyone should hear, at least before you die. So, okay. Now, my version published in 2013 did not have any albums from 2013. So I think 2009 was the cutoff. But I wanted to put one from 2013 that I think is really important. And I'm not pulling anything out because my book didn't have anything. So, but the one I'm choosing from 2013 is James Vincent McMorrow, and the album is Post Tropical. And I think this is just an absolutely beautiful album. And it reminds me a lot of San Francisco. And it's good on a cold winter night. It's also not great in the summertime, but it has songs like Cavalier, Red Dust, Gold, All Points. And then there's the title song, Post Tropical. But this album is just absolutely gorgeous from start to finish. And it's something that everyone should hear before they die. So that is my version of the thread. I know I didn't follow it exactly to a T, but if you've watched my other videos, I have trouble. I love tags, but I have trouble following the rules all the time. So, and I promise we'll get another video here shortly. So please subscribe. Please hit that bell for notifications. We're trying to grow the channel and want to bring content that is interesting to you. And let me know what are some things that maybe I've missed. I know, again, this thread is a couple months old, but what is something that absolutely has to be heard that they missed, that we missed, right? So I'd love to have a conversation about it. So until next time, we'll see you later. Thank you.